John. We the people. You know, we're meeting here today
no warfare.
to celebrate the
the worst in the world, and it doesn't
which legally defines the United States.
3 decades, I've seen how rotten it is.
Of course, some people want to redefine the Constitution. Some people want to abolish our Constitution. Constitutionalism is defined by some as the idea, often equated with the concept of a rule of law. That government should legally be limited in its power and its authority depends on enforcing those limitations. One writer says constitutionalism is the concept of a limited government under a higher law. In our declaration, we have declared certain truths to be self-evident. That all men are created equal. Some people don't believe that. They are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Some people don't believe that. Among those rights are life, and some people don't believe that. Liberty, and some people don't believe that. And the pursuit of happiness by individuals to decide on their own what makes their happiness right for them. We declare that our country and any country should be independent whenever any form of government becomes destructive to those ends. It is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and to institute new government, laying its foundations on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them individually make it most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Like John Caldera, my wife was in a socialist European country when she came down with some heart disease, laid in a state hospital for a week before we were able to get back to the United States, where that for-profit American healthcare found out she had a .45 caliber hole in her heart that the socialist healthcare system simply couldn't find.
Wow.
Right. Like John Caldera, a member of my family was saved by the American healthcare system, and I also do not want to change that system, that safety, and our right to decide what we want for our own healthcare, not from the state. When we signed the Constitution, we declared that when a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object, evidences assigned to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Our Constitution was created to provide the legal framework to enshrine those fundamental principles, those fundamental truths, to respect the higher law of God, to recognize the rights of the people, and to form new guards for our security against abuses by the government. As Patrick Henry said, the Constitution is not an instrument for government to restrain the people. It is an instrument for the people to restrain the government. More succinctly, I will just conclude with 4 of his statements. Man is not free unless government is limited. The problem, and I saw this on a sign just in front of me here, the problem is not that people are taxed too little. The problem is that the government spends too much. I think the one I like the best, probably the one most appropriate today, get big government off our backs. I'll just conclude with with one final statement of Ronald Reagan. Let us be sure that those who come after will say of us in our time that in our time we did everything that could be done. We finished the race, we kept them free, and we kept the faith.
Right.
Thank you, Dick. Let's hear a word from your congressman via Joe Rawl. Why don't you come over here from Mr. Lambert has a quick message for us. Hello, El Paso County Tea Partiers. It's my privilege to read a message from your congressman today. It says, I'm encouraged all of you are gathered together today because of your dedication, passion for the future of our country. I wish that I could be standing there with you. As the health care debate rages on, and I see bills that don't include, or that always include government takeover, so-called compromise triggers and co-ops, nothing but a disguise of big government running plans. My fellow Republicans and I are ready to work bipartisan solutions to include free market reform, tax reform, to give families more choices at less cost.
Okay.
The President makes the promise countless times that if you like your plan, you can keep it. Well, I'm here to tell you, I don't like the President's plan, and he can keep it. On this Constitution Day, I hope that this health care bill continues, and we remember the principles of our Constitution. The Constitution does not guarantee the right of health care. Some in Washington may even be surprised to discover that health care is mentioned nowhere in the Constitution. The role you play in this debate is critical. It's imperative that you keep weighing in with our two U.S. senators in Colorado. If America stands strong and stick to our principles, we fight a good fight and keep freeing, will leave a freer and healthy America for our children. Your Congressman Doug Lamborn. You know, I have a feeling our president might be carrying around a little red book. I carry around a little red book. It's the United States Constitution and the Declaration. It's not that hard. In fact, Mike Holler has helped make it easier with the Constitution made easy. Mike, tell us about the Constitution.